check your bank account on a Monday morning, and there it is, that number, the one that's supposed to last until the end of the month, and you're already thinking, wait, where did it all go? You didn't buy anything crazy, no vacation, no designer bag, no wild weekend in Vegas. And yet, it's just gone. Again. If that hits a little close to home, you're not alone. And honestly, that discomfort you're feeling right now is the exact reason I made this video. Here's the thing. Most people who overspend aren't reckless. They're not irresponsible. They're just unaware. And that's the dangerous part, because you can be a perfectly intelligent, hardworking person and still bleed money every single month without realizing it. It happens slowly, quietly, one small decision at a time. 78%. Think about that. That means statistically, most of the people watching this video right now, regardless of how much they make, are one bad month away from real financial stress. Not because life is unfair, but because no one ever taught them the small, unglamorous habits that actually stop the bleeding. And look, I'm not here to sell you on some 30-day challenge or a complicated budgeting system that requires a spreadsheet with 17 tabs. We both know that's not going to happen. What I want to give you today are 15 tiny, almost embarrassingly simple habits that, when stacked together, quietly rewire the way you relate to money. Let's go. Habit 01. Wait 24 hours before any unplanned purchase. That's it. You see something you want. You don't buy it. You wait one day. That's the whole habit. It sounds almost insultingly simple, but here's what's actually happening. Most impulse purchases are driven by a spike of dopamine. Your brain floods with excitement. It sees the shiny thing and screams, "Buy it now." But that spike, it fades. Studies show that over 70% of impulse purchases are regretted. The 24-hour pause doesn't stop you from buying things you genuinely need. It just lets the emotions settle before your wallet gets involved. Habit 02. Unsubscribe from every promotional email today. Right now, after this video, go through your inbox and unsubscribe from every retailer, every deal site, every flash sale alert. You know what those emails do? They manufacture urgency. 48-hour sale. Only 3 left. Exclusive offer just for you. You weren't thinking about buying anything. And then you opened your email. These aren't invitations, they're traps designed by highly paid marketers to make you spend money you didn't plan to spend. Remove the trigger, remove the temptation. Habit 03. Stop saving your card details online. I know, it's so convenient. One click, done. But convenience is the enemy of intention. When buying something requires you to get up, find your wallet, and manually enter your card number, you naturally pause. That friction? It's not a bug, it's a feature. Use it. Habit 04. Do a subscription audit every 3 months. Sit down, open your bank statement, and go line by line. I promise you, you will find at least one subscription you forgot about. The gym app you downloaded in January, the streaming service your friend's account stopped covering, the software trial that quietly flipped to paid. This one habit alone saves the average person between $100 and $300 a year, according to a 2022 C+R research study. Money you didn't even know you were losing. $219 per month is the average amount Americans spend on subscriptions, but they estimate they only spend $86. The gap between what you think you're paying and what you're actually paying. That's where your money goes. Source, C+R. Research, 2022. Habit 05. Never go grocery shopping hungry. This one is almost a cliche at this point, but people still do it. Every single week. Research from Cornell University found that people who shopped hungry bought significantly more high-calorie, impulsive items than people who'd eaten first. Your brain on hunger doesn't see food, it sees survival, and it will justify every bad choice. Eat first, save money. It's that simple. Habit 06. Use cash for categories where you consistently overspend. This is what behavioral economists call the pain of paying. Swiping a card is painless. It's abstract. But handing over actual physical cash? That hurts in a completely different way. Pick your weak spot, whether it's eating out, clothes, or entertainment, and only use cash for that category. When the cash is gone, you're done. No exceptions. Habit 07. Give every dollar a job before the month starts. This isn't about restricting yourself. It's about deciding in advance. When you've already told your money where to go, rent, groceries, savings, fun, you spend with intention. Unallocated money is the money that disappears. Think of your income like a team. Every player needs a position. When you've got money just sitting on the bench with no role, someone's going to misuse it. Habit 08. Set up automatic transfers to savings the day you get paid, not at the end of the month with whatever's left, because we both know what's left at the end of the month. Nothing. The habit here is to pay yourself first. Automate it so it happens without your conscious involvement. Even if it's $50 a paycheck, the amount is almost irrelevant in the beginning. What matters is building the identity that you are someone who saves. Habit 09. Track your spending, but not the way you think. Most people hear track your spending and imagine themselves hunched over a spreadsheet at midnight. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking you to spend 10 minutes at the end of each week just reviewing what you spent. No judgment, just awareness. You cannot change behavior you don't understand. Awareness is the first domino. Habit 10. Shop with a list, always. Whether it's the grocery store, Target, Amazon, you go in with a list and you buy only what's on that list. Retail environments are specifically engineered to make you wander and discover. The longer you're in a store without a mission, the more you'll spend. A list gives you a mission. Get in, get what you need, get out. Habit 11. Identify your emotional spending triggers. This is the one most people skip because it requires actual self-reflection. But listen, spending is almost never just about stuff. For some people, it's boredom. For others, it's stress, loneliness, or the need for a dopamine hit after a terrible day at work. Once you know your trigger, you can create a replacement behavior. Go for a walk, call a friend, do literally anything that isn't opening an app and clicking Buy Now. Habit 12. Calculate the real cost of things in hours worked. Before you buy something, ask yourself, how many hours of my life did I work to afford this? That $120 dinner? If you make $20 an hour after tax, that's 6 hours of your life. Is this worth 6 hours? Sometimes yes, often no. This mental reframe shifts money from an abstract number to something real and personal. It slows you down in the best way. Habit 13. Stop buying things to feel better. I know that sounds harsh, but someone has to say it. Retail therapy is real, and it works for about 20 minutes. And then the bill comes. And whatever you were trying to feel better about, still there, possibly worse now. The stuff you buy to fill an emotional gap doesn't fill it. It just adds clutter and debt on top of whatever was already wrong. Habit 14. Audit your friend group's spending culture. This is the uncomfortable one. Here's the thing. If every person in your circle spends lavishly on dinners, trips, and luxury items, you will feel social pressure to keep up. And that pressure is one of the most powerful financial forces there is. You don't have to ditch your friends. But you should be honest about whether your social environment is actively working against your financial goals. And start having those honest conversations. Habit 15. Celebrate wins without spending money. Every time you stick to your budget, hit a savings milestone or resist an impulse purchase that deserves recognition. But we've been trained to celebrate by spending. Treat yourself, reward yourself. And the reward is almost always buying something. Break that loop. Your wins can be celebrated with a walk, a long bath, a movie at home, a phone call with someone you love. You don't need to spend money to feel proud of yourself. Look, none of these habits alone is going to change your life. That's not how this works. But here's what will change your life. Doing 7 of these consistently for 90 days. Then 8. Then 12. Each habit you add is a small hole you're patching in a leaking bucket. And at some point, you stop losing water. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. James Clear, Atomic Habits. You've been told your whole life that financial freedom is about earning more. And yeah, income matters. But the uncomfortable truth is that most people who earn more spend more. The habit of overspending doesn't go away when the paycheck gets bigger. It just scales up. The people who actually build wealth, the ones who retire early, who don't panic when an unexpected expense hits, who sleep well at night, they're not necessarily the highest earners. They're the people who mastered the boring stuff, the small stuff. Exactly like what I just walked you through. So here's your challenge. Pick 3 habits from this list. Just 3. Write them down right now, not later right now, and commit to running them for the next 30 days. That's it. You don't have to overhaul your whole life today. You just have to start somewhere, because the version of you that's checking their bank account without anxiety, that's not stressed every time a bill comes in, that's actually watching their savings grow. That version of you is not some distant fantasy. It's just a few habits away. And it starts today, right here, with you deciding that you're done watching your money disappear. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe. I drop new videos every week on practical money habits that actually work. And drop a comment below. Which habit are you starting with? I read every single one.